shows my picture.
Okay, in 3, 2,
It shows my picture.
1.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to AppCal Online. I hope, first of all, that everybody is staying safe and staying at home. Okay, I know during these difficult times, we have to stick together. I just want to give a shout out to all of my colleagues, friends, family, and especially my students. Stay safe, okay? We miss you a lot, and hopefully all this will be over as soon as possible so we can get back to our normal lives. Okay? So today we are going to make a pesto pasta cream sauce, okay? I'm going to be using penne pasta for this dish because for me personally I find it's the easiest pasta to use when you are doing a pasta dish with a cream sauce base. Okay? I'm currently cooking the pasta now because it will take a while. Okay? So we give it around 7 minutes in a salted water, okay, boiling, because we want it to be firm but not too soft. Okay? It cannot be too firm, cannot be too soft, because we are going to recook it. Okay? So you can adjust the textures at the end. Before I go on to all the ingredients, I will talk a little bit about the academy. Okay? We are probably the best school in Asia. Okay? The finest pastry and culinary school in Asia, if not the whole world. Okay? We have been open for 10 years now. Okay? We celebrated our 10th year anniversary recently. And we have 7 schools over 5 countries. For us, we are all about modern techniques. We are showing innovation. We are showing creativity. Okay? We are bringing the new things to you guys all the time. So for us, our goal is to really give the best to the students, give the best to everyone possible, and generate a new culture in chefs and families alike. Okay? So basically now, I will go through the ingredients. I will explain what we have here. Okay? For the pesto, I have basil, I have olive oil. I'm just using plain olive oil, okay? Because if I use extra virgin olive oil, I will get too strong of a flavor for my liking, okay? I'm using toasted pine nuts. I did toast these in advance, okay? If you can see, the color is not too dark. I just need enough just to bring out the flavors, just to kill off the rawness a little bit, and just so that I can have a nice little bit of color on there just to give some flavor, okay? You can change the pine nuts if you don't wish to use them, okay? There is other options available on the market. For example, you can use things like almonds, macadamia nuts. You can even go for peanuts if you want, okay? I'm using powdered Parmesan cheese because for me it blends much easier, okay? It's much nicer to use. And there's less issues if you use this as opposed to using block or you use shredded version, okay? And finally for the pesto I have garlic, chopped garlic. I don't need to chop so fine because I'm going to blend this up, okay? So it's not super important for me to have it nice and fine, okay? So pasta should almost be done now. Basically, like I said, I'm just looking for it to be soft. It doesn't need to be too soft, okay? Because I am going to cook it again later on. So I'm going to drain it off now. Okay, and I'm going to keep it back inside this bowl. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil over it just to stop it from sticking. Okay, it's not 100% necessary because actually we are going to be cooking straight away. Alright? But if you do plan to keep this and cook it later on, okay, you want to cook your pasta in advance, just put a little bit of olive oil and mix it. This will just help to prevent sticking. Okay? Okay, so while we're waiting for that, we will start to make the pesto. It's very simple. You just add everything in. Okay, so we're going with the olive oil. We put our basil leaves inside. Again, if you want to use a different kind of basil, you can. Okay, you can use Thai basil, you can use sweet basil for a more Asian feel to it. But it's totally up to you. You know, with cooking there is no limits, there's no rights, no wrongs. Everything is just how you want it to be. Okay, some Parmesan cheese in. And then our garlic. Okay, so we're going to close it up. very simply, okay, stop and give it a stir just to make sure that everything's mixed evenly. Now we don't need this to be so smooth. Some people may prefer to have some chunks of garlic or some chunks of the nuts still lying in there. That is totally up for debate on that one. So now that that's done, okay, so for this pesto, it is good to add into any kind of cream sauces, or you want to make any other kind of dishes with it, you know. But if you wish to use it, add more olive oil to it. Okay, you can stir through some olive oil. So once this is done, you can see the colour is very nice. We're going to add a bit of salt and a little bit of pepper to it. Not too much, because we can adjust the seasoning later on, no problem. Okay, so there is our pesto. So now I will talk a little bit about the academy programs that we offer. Okay, for me, I am a culinary lecturer. Okay, so for culinary side, we offer 9-month full-time advanced diploma program. Okay, which is Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. It involves absolutely everything from basic, intermediate to advanced level learning. Okay, this is ideal for people who have a potential to join this field. Okay, who wants a career to be a chef, or even just for somebody that wants to learn how to cook from the basics all the way up to the most advanced things. Okay. For another program we have is our weekend part-time program. Okay, it's over 12 weekends, which covers a variety of topics. It's perfect for the working man or woman, okay, that wants to learn a little something extra. Okay, Saturday, Sunday, again, 9 to 5. So what you will learn in part-time is all of the different techniques that we offer in the academy on a little bit of a simpler level. Okay, it's potentially not great for those who are looking to do a career, okay, but for someone that wants to learn how to cook at home and things like this, our part-time program is perfect. Okay, we offer a 24-day professional program, okay, which is a variation of topics that will all be advanced level topics. Okay, everything is very difficult, more lengthy processes. You will learn about fine dining, plating, all of this kind of things. Okay, and this program is much more suited for industry professionals who are looking to upgrade themselves, who are looking for a little bit something extra. Okay. Other than that, we talk about the pastry programs. Okay, we have a few different programs. Pastry, same like culinary, also has a 9-month full-time advanced diploma. Okay, in patisserie. So for that, you will learn everything from A to Z when it comes to patisserie and baking arts. Okay. We also offer part-time program for pastry, which is the same. 12 weekends, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 5. Exactly the same. Okay? It covers the same and it directs towards the same kind of people. Okay? Working adults. We have a few intensive programs. Okay? For pastry, we have a 2-week chocolatier program. Okay? Which teaches from basic. We have 2-week bread program, which again teaches from basic to advanced level bread techniques. Okay. We have basic intensive, which covers everything at a very simple level. Okay. That is a perfect place for anybody that wants to learn the basics of patisserie in 1 month. Okay? Then we also have Intensive 1 and 2. These 2 programs will focus on more technical sides to baking and patisserie. Okay? So you will learn a lot of different things, a lot of different techniques. And basically what it is that we want to offer to you guys so that you have something to choose from. What suits you, we have something to cover for it. Okay? Last but not least, we have Asia Pastry Forum, which happens every single year, okay, around the date of November, all right? And basically what that is that master chefs will come from all over the world, okay? We have a lot of chefs that come from France, a lot of chefs that come from different parts of Asia as well, Taiwan, Japan, things like this, okay? And people from around the world will join in these master classes over the space of 1 month to learn from the very best in the industry, okay? So this is something that nowhere else in Asia really offers, okay? We are the best school to do it, we are the first school to do it, and we are committed to bringing the best to you all, okay? So I hope that that clears anything up that anybody is looking to know about from the academy side in terms of programs, okay? Now we can get back to the cooking. So basically, now all that we have to do is we just need to finish off the dish, okay? It's very simple. We are going to heat up the pan, okay? And I'm going to take my butter. These are all the ingredients for my sauce, okay? So I have anchor butter, unsalted, okay? Because for me it's very important not to use salted butter when cooking because it can scale off the judgment a little bit, okay? So we play it safe. Other than that, we have some butter mushrooms. We have Anchor Extra Yield cooking cream, which for me is my preferred choice of cooking cream because it's already thickened, okay? So that you have very little in terms of wastage, and it's much easier, much faster for you to operate when you're cooking this at home, okay? So we melt the butter. We have some chopped onions here that we will add in first. Okay, so we're just going to sweat these. We just need to bring out the fragrance a little bit, okay? So after this, we have our garlic, chopped garlic. Put that inside as well. It's important that the pan's not too hot, by the way, okay? Because for one thing, the butter will burn. All right, for me, the butter gives a nice sweetness, but if you brown it, you're going to get a lot of different complex flavors coming through. Maybe not suitable for the dish. Okay, so once our garlic is fragrant, we're going to add inside our mushrooms. You can use any different kind of mushroom. You can use shiitake, you can use portobello. It's totally up to you depending on what flavor, what texture you want to achieve from this. So as you will notice that the mushrooms will absorb all of the butter that is inside the pan. Okay? Don't worry, you don't need to add any more oil to it because later on, as the mushrooms continue to cook, they will release back. Okay? So the pan will stay moist, no problem. So once you get a nice bit of colour onto them, we remove from the heat. Okay? I have white wine here, but it's not, you don't have to use it if you don't wish to. Okay? It's just for me to show you guys when you add it. Okay? So we add a bit of white wine in there, and we're going to burn all the alcohol off because we're not looking for alcohol inside of this dish. Okay? The wine has some good properties that it can offer, sweetness, a bit of acidity as well. So we're just looking to bring out a good mixture there. Okay, so while that's reducing a little bit, again we remove off the heat. We're going to take our cooking cream. Okay, pour onto the mushrooms. Don't pour it directly onto the pan. Cooking cream can split if you expose it to high heats too quickly. Okay, so now we've got the cream inside, we give it a mix. Stir it through, and we want to bring it to a simmer, but not too heavy. Okay, it doesn't need such a long time on the stove there. So we don't have too high heat, maybe medium heat, okay? Because as you can see, the cream's already quite thick, okay? It's not super watery like certain brands that you can find in the market, okay? So it will thicken very, very fast. And if you're not careful, it will over-reduce, it will become too thick. Okay, it's not something that you really want as your end result. Okay, so while that is going there, we will bring back our pesto. Now for this, the amount of pesto that you add into it, it's not specific. Okay, it's totally up to your own taste buds. However you feel you want to add. If you want it to be very strong in flavour, you can add more. Okay, if you want it to be more subtle, much smoother flavour, then you can add less. It's as simple as that. So you can see now our cream is already thickened. You can usually tell because the cream will start to turn colour. Okay, it will turn more of a beigey colour as opposed to white. That way you know that it's already starting to thicken up. Okay. Alright, so we're happy with that because we still have to add our pesto. Okay, so I will add 2 spoons of pesto inside there. Now remember that the pesto has seasoning inside, okay? So when you season at the end, please be a little bit careful, don't add too much salt, okay? After you are cooking this, you're reducing it down and things, then you may have a problem. If later this does become salty, okay, don't worry, add a bit more cream. Okay, and then just reduce it back, no problem. And then you can readjust the seasoning again. Okay, so you see a nice green colour coming through. Okay, we just want to make sure it's all completely evenly mixed. Very important. Okay, so once you're happy, you take it off. Okay, we're going to mix our pasta in now. See how the pasta doesn't stick together, okay, because of the olive oil. It's very important that you add the olive oil if you're going to leave it sat on the side for a while. Oops. Oops. It happens. Okay, so once it's all nicely mixed through, then we are ready to start plating. Okay, for me, I added a lot of seasoning to the pesto. Okay, so for me, I don't want to add too much to this. I'll just add a little bit of salt on the top. I won't mix it through. Okay, just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper on the top. If you're serving this to family or a customer or anything, okay, everybody will have different tastes. Allow people to have salt, pepper on the table so they can adjust themselves later on. Okay, I'm a firm believer in not over seasoning food when you're sending it out. Okay, so last thing that we need to do now is I have an egg yolk, okay, to go onto the top here. Sit just in there, and then I have some fresh block Parmesan cheese that will just go over the top. Okay, you have to be generous with the Parmesan there, everybody loves Parmesan cheese. And then just to finish off, we have some chopped basil that you can just sprinkle around. Okay, and then there you have it. There is your penne pesto cream. Okay, so that's everything from me. If you do have any questions, we will be posting on social media pages tomorrow. Okay, they will tag my Instagram and my Facebook. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, about anything in general about cooking, please feel free to message me. Okay. Before we finish, I would like to introduce Chef Frederic Moreau, Master Chef Superstar.
Okay, please, no, Master Chef. Well, thank you for your demo, Chef Rob.
Problem.
Just I want to talk quickly about the forum that's coming this November. As Chef Rob mentioned, there's a lot of chefs coming from all over the world, and luckily I will be one of them. This year, as the last, since I've been coming from since 2014, I will be doing plated dessert. This year, I'm going to do something a little bit different as we're trying to improve all the time. So this year, I'm going to go on use of different sugar in terms of including in the recipes. Okay, we all use cane sugar and glucose dextrose. That's those typical sugar we use most of the time. But this year I'm going to go over with some sugar that we don't use too much, like creating recipes with maple sugar, maple syrup, sorry, honey, inulin, trehalose, those kind of sugar that we don't really use much. So those will be included into recipes such as sorbets, sponges, cream, mousse, and so on. Okay, so I hope a lot of you will be coming this year. I know it's difficult to plan right now, but November is far away from now, and I'm sure we'll have a beautiful event as usual. All right, so I give you back the microphone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, last thing before we finish, Chef Nicholas would like to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have been working very hard for the last 2-3 months about Asia Pastry Forum 2020. This is the 10th year of the forum, and we have altogether collected about 20 pastry chefs, about 7 MOF World Pastry Champions, Master Chefs, and Chef Frederick is one of them. This will be starting on 1st of November till 24th of November, and I believe it's going to be a good one as far as learning is concerned. I look forward to see you all in the forum. Thank you very much. Chef
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Make sure,
Bye.
please remember to wash your hands, sanitize as frequently as possible. Okay, together we can stop this. All right. I wish you all a very safe next few weeks, and I hope the extension of the MCO is not killing you all too much. Okay. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Okay. Goodbye.